Hey there, everyone. Good afternoon, or evening, or morning. I don't know what time of day it is for you, but I will tell you that it's summon time for us. And I know that whenever I do special summons, I typically will try to have some kind of strange outfit or hat. It's usually a hat. Most of the time, it's a hat. That has been the trend lately. However, I will tell you that I have basically been in quarantine since March, so I don't have any fancy clothes. And this is obviously a very fancy banner, so there will be no dress up. However, I will step up my game for Halloween, which should be coming. God, next month already. Oh, the days have no meanings anymore, you guys. They really don't. But we will jazz it up a little bit. We have a nice little ballroom setting that we can switch to. So there's that. But yeah, no hat this time, but maybe next time. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what I come up with for Halloween. I don't know what it's going to look like. But that said, we are going to summon. I've also saved a couple of these guys. The Weekly Revival, which oddly enough has Julia and Sigurd on it, as well as the Tempest Trials banner, which has Deirdre and Sigurd on it. Weird timing. But we have 3 Sigurd banners going on at once. Crazy world we're living in. I know. So hey, if you are excited, go ahead and leave a like on this video, or subscribe, or become a member. Like any of those things, really. It's all good. Whatever you want to do. I'm here for it, and I appreciate your support in whatever form you give. So, that said, let's hop into this and see how we're doing. I don't think there was any other information or update that I wanted to give. Who was on this banner? Who was on this banner? Who was on this banner? I don't remember. Was Neff on this banner? I think Neff was on this banner. Right? This is the revival. Did I click the right one? I think I clicked the right one. It's a 3-star anyway. It doesn't matter. It's just a Sully. It's fine. We're good. Okay. I am curious. Was Neff? Yeah. Okay. Neff. Okay. So I picked the right one. I did pick the right color. So there's that. That's comforting. Here there is no reason not. Ooh, but Julia though. Oh wait, no. Deirdre. Deirdre's on this one. Julie was on. Oh god, there's too many Sigurds. There's too many Sigurd banners. Too many, I tell you. I think we're just going to go green. We're going to go green. Because I don't think I have a merge on my Julia. But this is Deirdre. I don't have a merge on my Deirdre. That's right, I don't. But she is plus attack, minus HP, so there's really no reason to get a merge at this point. Unless you really like her, which I don't really have a stake in that. Alright, so that was that. Alright, triple Sigurd, done. We don't have any tickets. That's not what this kind of banner is. But I actually think there's a Forging Bonds revival coming up very, very soon. So that's cool. I don't know that I'm really going to roll on that too much. We might just do like a tickets recording, something like that. I have plus 10 to more units this in like the last several months than I have throughout the entire span of the game's life cycle at this point. So I need to reel it in, you know. I'll have an update video on that at some point. All right, so now we're getting into the nitty gritty, as it were, and I want to say that colorless is my main target here. I think that's who Ethlyn is. I think Ethlyn is colorless. I think Lachesis is green, Quan is blue, and Sigurd is red, right? Yes. All right. So there wasn't much diversity in that one. Nothing against Sigurd, or not Sigurd, but Quan. But you know, we don't want to. I really don't want to waste too many orbs on this. I genuinely don't. That's a lot of colors. Alright. Lachesis is also our 4-star. I have to keep reminding myself of that too. Because I have a tendency to forget that. I have a tendency to forget that. And I'm not really too keen, necessarily, on this particular banner. It's great for genealogy fans. I don't know what they're going to do next year now, because the trend with these dance banners have been they've always pulled from like a previous year's game that was represented, whether it be Fates or Tellius or Juggerl, like any of those would work. But now we have a singular focus, and so far the dance banners have always been split, which is interesting. So I don't know what they're going to do next year. Maybe a revisit to Valentia. Maybe we'll see a White Heron Cup for 3 houses. Maybe that'll happen. I don't know. Maybe we'll get like a pop rock concert thing that happens, and we get some more Tokyo Mirage Sessions units in. I don't know. But it will be interesting either way, just to kind of see what happens, I guess. But there's no overflow, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You can't really... Well, I mean, I guess they could split it with genealogy again. That is something they could do. I guess that's an option. They could do genealogy and something else. But then you just have a lot of genealogy dance units. Like, compared to the number of genealogy units in the game, like, a third of them are just going to be dance units, and I don't know if that's something that they're interested in pursuing. That might be a little weird. I don't know. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not too worried about this banner. I know that these units are probably going to be back in probably like, I would say probably April is when we'll likely see a resurgence of these guys. So if that's something you were wondering, they will probably be back around April-ish time on a double special. I don't see them stopping doing that. That seems to be like a staple standard that they're on at this point. The issue I think that they're likely going to run into is how bloated the legendary and mythic pool is going to get, because we're already down to like new units for the most part, unless you're Edelgard or Corrin. Then you get special treatment. But for the most part, we're only really seeing those units come back like twice a year at this point, once in their debut. Maybe 3 times a year, but it's tight. It's pretty tight. So I don't know what they're going to do with that, man. And it's not as if a lot of the, like Legendary Ike, for example, well, maybe he's a bad example, because I mean you get a copy of him for free. But a lot of those older, like some of those first introductory legendary units specifically, not so much with the mythic heroes because those are still pretty new. But like the first round-ish of legendary heroes, it's a little bit dicey because even their skills aren't necessarily that great, you know? So I'm not 100% sure what they're going to do with that. Because they really don't have a high fodder potential. And then their BST obviously has been power crept a little bit each time we get an update. So, I don't know. I don't know, man. Tough to say what they're going to do. It's very tough to say what they're going to do. I personally, from this session, I'm just hoping that we see an Ethlyn and a Sigurd, and then I'm pretty well set. I don't have high stakes in Lachesis. I mean, the weapons are also very good. That's another, I guess, another point to make. The weapons are also pretty solid. So as far as foddering goes, there's some playability there. Oh man, it's just so many healers, so many Mercedes. So many Mercedes. We could try for a Quan. I guess we'll give it a shot. It's just 7 orbs to try for a Quan, right? We might as well. That's an option. I don't think our pity rate's that high anyway. So the odds of us actually seeing a Quan are pretty slim. But that's okay. We're having fun. We're out here just having a good time, you know? I recently invested more in my accidental plus 10 Brave Hector. Because if you didn't know, Weapon Refines came out. Those are a thing now. For the year 2 Brave Heroes. What are we at? 3 3/4. Oh my goodness. Alright, well we got a little bit of everybody here. That's good. I got a little love for everybody here. We really haven't seen that many greenstones. I always get a little disheartened when the 4-star is a green unit because greenstones genuinely don't appear that frequently, which is kind of a bummer. But you know, it is what it is. Maybe we can snag anything, anything really. Off focus pulls are easily the worst, in my opinion. Even when they're good, I'm still upset about them. Even with a good off focus pull, I'm like, really? So I think focus rates don't actually matter half the time. But then other times I'm like, yeah, that definitely made a difference. I'm glad that I just decided to do that. There was one time when which I was completely new to gacha, by the way. I just want to make that perfectly clear. I had never played a gacha style game before. I didn't know what I was doing. And I was just trying to fall asleep one night, and I was like, you know what? I want to try and get a Lyn in Fire Emblem Heroes. And this was probably, you know, a couple months after the game had started or something like that. I honestly can't remember. Maybe it was like a year in. We were probably like a year into the game. And I'm laying there and I'm like, we'll throw some orbs at. I think there was a Tempest trial or something going on. But I distinctly remember that months later it had come to my attention that I was rolling for a Lyn, which I did get. I did get a Lyn on this banner that did not have Lyn as a focus unit. Which was bizarre, to say the least. So, that, I guess, personal experience. Oh, see what's happening here? This is not a Sigurd. Relatable, but not a Sigurd. And so I'm upset a little bit because I don't want any more Fallen Julias. I have been pity broken by a handful of Fallen Julias in recent attempts at banners, mostly Festival Micaiah. Festival Micaiah was one, as was New Year Anna. Yeah, so I don't really want to see any more Fallen Julias. There we go. My computer was kind of exploding for a moment, so you probably saw a bit of a jump cut there, but that's okay. We have a Fallen Julia. Well, I guess I should. Okay, plus attack. I mean, better than the other Fallen Julias that I have. I think I've got 4 at this point, possibly 5 now. 4 or 5 now. Oh, Tiki, you're not Sigurd. That was disappointing. Quite disappointing. I guess we'll try for the greens. I mean, it would be nice to get a focus unit from this banner, even if it is just a 4-star Lachesis, which that is not. That is definitely a 3-star Baruka. Cool. Cool. Thrilled to see that we got an off-focus unit. I dare say I predict that we don't get any focus units from this banner. Because I'm really likely going to stop in the next couple circles. Because I really don't want to throw that many orbs at this banner. I'm curious to see what we get. Wow, nothing but 3 stars. What a waste of orbs. Damn, I shouldn't have even bothered, man. I just blew 15 orbs for 3 stars. What a waste. Alright, well, sometimes that happens. Hey, reds. We're reds. Huzzah. Not to even get a Lachesis out of that, though. That's upsetting. And a little disappointing. Hey! That works! I'm good with this. This is fine. There's nothing wrong here. This is good. This I like. Alright. I feel like everything is lagging at the moment, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry about that. We're not going to concern ourselves with that right now. Because we just got Siggy. And he is clearly the main reason to pull on this banner. And he's plus attack. Oh, that's Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I am thrilled right now.
You're a vision in
Go ahead, talk.
Deirdre.
Talk to each
And
other.
you look exceptionally charming, my dear Lord Sigurd.
I can't hear what they're saying because I don't have the right headphones on, which occurred to me after I started recording. But that's beside the point. We're not worried about that right now. Not important. Not important in the least. Sigurd was definitely my main focus here. So I think at the end of the day, I'm happy with that. It would be nice to get an Ethlyn, but I mean it's pretty much just for the art at that point. So, you know, I'm not really holding my breath for that. So we'll give it a shot here. We'll see if we get another Tiki. All right, give me a Resplendent Tiki, man. Come on. Tiki was like the first unit I plus 10'd. It was either going to be her or Naui, and I was like, that's when the red meta was king, and I was just like, is the red meta still king? I don't know. Maybe it's not. It probably is though. Although colorless is pretty baller right now. I was just like, you know what? Let's do this. Let's build a Tiki. I also like Tiki a lot more than Naui. I find, well, it's maybe not a popular opinion to have, but I'm not a Naui fan. So yeah, I plus 10 Tiki, and then she's slowly just gotten less useful as time has gone on, and speed became much more crucial, rather than bulk necessarily. Oh boy, resonant battles are gonna be tough with Sigurd, dude. Especially if you only have two. Oh hey, Erica. Oh hey. Speaking of, not Erica necessarily, but resonant or resplendent units in general. With one Sigurd, resonant battles are going to be tough because I'm at tier 21 and it's a nightmare. Unless you have merges and dupes, it's a nightmare. Anyway, back to the resplendent comment. How do we feel about Alm? How do we feel about resplendent Alm? I'm very mixed. I don't hate it, but I don't like it. And I'm a little confused, I guess. Oh man, that's not a lot of colorless. There's not a lot of colorless. Some may go so far as to say there are approximately 0 colorless units in this circle, and they would be correct. They would be very correct. All right, we'll whip on these reds. And then we'll probably try one more circle and see what we get. But I'm not particularly hopeful. Pulling on colorless and green are definitely in my bottom 2 of the 4 colors to try and roll on. I think I give a slight edge to colorless. I still think I hate green the most. Genuinely think I dislike pulling on green the most, though. So there's that. But we will try. Let's see what we do. And this could be a Sigurd too, but it's not. Just Elowood looking fly, that's all. Nothing to worry about. Alright, here we go. Oh, 2 colorless. Alright. You know what? We'll just pull on all these, because we can get a 4-star too. And then by the time we're through with that, like, it's worth 3 orbs just to pull on a red. Because, you know, you never know what you're going to... It could be another Fallen Julia. We don't know. It could be anything. It could be anything we think. And so, the dream for Ethlyn dies with us here. But that's okay. She may be back sooner than later, because they're kind of hard-pressed for colorless in the special pool for double specials. And to be perfectly honest with you, I would much rather take my chances on that with the colorless pool, not so much some others. But I would very much take my chances because we don't get very many colorless seasonals, but when we do, they're usually pretty good. So I'm okay with that. I'm all right giving that the old college try when she rolls back around. That was a very disappointing circle. What a disappointing circle. Good lord. How disheartening. Okay, well, it's at least a 4-star, so I guess there's that. And it's a Bantu. Alright, well, Bantu is here. So there's that. Alright, what's our rate at? Ooh, 3 1/4. Yikes. Yeah. I think we're going to wait. I think we're just going to pause here. I think that makes the most sense. Hey, maybe I'll venture back to this banner. I don't know. It's around for basically the entire month. So we'll be able to see new heroes. We'll be able to see the calendar on top of that. We'll also be able to see the new mythic. Yes, new mythic that's coming this month as well. And probably the next seasonal, which will be Halloween too. So I'm fine waiting. I'm fine hitting the pause button on this for right now. But we may venture back to it. We're almost at 4% anyway. Not that that's a huge increase, but we'll see. Hey, let me know how you did on your banner. Did you summon? Did you skip? I feel like it was very split. A lot of you guys in the reaction video were like, I'm definitely pulling, or I'm definitely saving. So let me know what you decided to do and how you did if you decided to pull, or if you're just happy having orbs. That's an okay answer as well. Thank you so much to our current YouTube members. We had a couple people sign up like immediately, which is honestly a lot more than I thought would happen. So thank you guys. For those of you who have become members, if you're interested in becoming a member, you can check out the link in the description of this video that will take you over to memberships. But the memberships definitely do help fund orb spending videos like this one. So if that interests you, be sure to check that out. There are some perks that come along with it as well. But not only that, if you want to subscribe, that would be great as well, because I think Jenna's going to be playing Faye with me. Either it's 7K or 8K. I can't remember. I really should write down the rewards here, shouldn't I? But we're very close to 7K. Kind of. We're a couple hundred away, I think, at this point. So do that if that interests you. I'm done plugging myself. That's fine. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to come back. We should have a calendar in a couple days, I think, because we're butting up against the end of our current calendar, and I think the Forging Bonds Revival is the last thing we have going. So, should be some new info coming soon. That is it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Until then, I will catch you next time.